everyone, welcome to a chair yoga session with myself, Liz. I'm aware that some of you may have practiced chair yoga with me before, and some of you might be completely new. So I'm just going to go over a few basic things to begin with. What you need is, of course, a chair that you can sit upright on and have a nice upright back. So do check that to start with. The other bit of equipment that you might need is a block or even just a thick book to put your feet on. Now, you only need this if when you are sitting on the chair, you can't comfortably get all of your feet on the floor. So it's entirely up to you. I'm not going to use the block because I can get my feet on the floor. But if you need to, then make sure you've got that. So you may want to pause the video and just check that you've got everything you need at this point. Wonderful. Okay, so other than that, I wanted to say a little bit about yoga. So we associate yoga with lots of different movements and positions with our body, and we're definitely going to do a lot of that. But yoga also includes breathing exercises, and it also includes relaxation. So it's very, very good, not just for the body, but also for the mind, for our nervous systems, and it has many, many benefits as well as physical. So we will start with that in just a moment. But the other thing I want to say is that make sure that you don't go into any discomfort or pain when you're doing the exercises. Make sure that you don't strain your body in any way. So for example, if we're raising our arms up like this, and it's uncomfortable for you to raise your arms up this high, then instead you just go as high as you can. So that might be here for you, or it might be here, it might be here. It really doesn't matter. Of course, if you're in a class, there'll be other people around. Sometimes we compare ourselves, but for now, you'll probably just be working at home or maybe in a small group. So just focus on what you're doing and do what's comfortable. So one thing that can really help with that is noticing whether you're breathing. So if you find that you're basically just not breathing at all, you're kind of holding your breath, then that's probably because something is uncomfortable for you to do. So just, if that's the case, just stop, have a little rest, and then join in when you feel ready again. Or do something, that's less, like raising your arm up less than I'm guiding, for example. Wonderful. Okay, so I think that's a good place to start. So check that you're in a comfortable position on the chair and that you have a straight back, and then just rest your hands on the lap. So we're going to start with some breathing. So let's just take a couple of deep breaths. And as you breathe out, feel yourself relaxing and just letting go of any tension in the body. Let's do that a couple more times. Breathing in and breathing out. Relaxing the shoulders down, any other parts of the body that need to. One more time. Breathing in and breathing out and just relaxing. Brilliant. Okay, so then I'm going to invite you to just place a hand on your abdomen, on your belly, and close your eyes. And just see if you can notice, without changing your breath, see if you can notice your belly rising and falling, and therefore your hands moving up and down, just gently. Take your time. If you don't notice anything, then you might want to breathe a bit more deeply, or even push your hand into the abdomen slightly. Don't force, just breathe smoothly and deeply. And just notice the movement in the abdomen. Then what we're going to do is in the same way, bring our hands up to the chest area and see if you can hear the movement. So behind our chest we have our lungs. So as they expand, as you breathe in, they expand. And as you breathe out, they just drop back. So we're not trying to change our breath at the moment, unless perhaps you don't really feel this movement, and then you can take a deeper breath. So just noticing this for a tiny bit longer. Close your eyes if you want to. Lovely. And then just dropping and relaxing your hand all the way back down again. Okay, good. So then we're going to just relax our arms down by our side, close the eyes, and then see if you can take some intentionally longer and deeper breaths now. Don't strain or force in any way. Just breathe in, expand the chest. And as you breathe out, watch your abdomen dropping back and the chest dropping back. Let's do that again. Breathing in, expanding the chest. Breathing out, abdomen and chest just fall away, drop down. So just do that a few more times. Check you still feel relaxed, but that your breaths are nice and long. And then just finish the breath that you're on, and when you feel ready, opening your eyes. Great, so that's a little preparation. What we do in yoga is we try and coordinate our movements with the breath. But if at any time you find that difficult, don't worry about it, just continue doing the movements, but make sure that you're not holding your breath, or that you've stopped breathing, or that you feel uncomfortable in any way. So pay attention to all those things. So we're going to start with raising our arms and breathing at the same time. So what we're going to do is take a breath in, raise the arms up. Remember, you don't need to go as high as I am. And then breathe out and relax them back down again. Great, we're going to do that a few more times. So breathing in, raising the arms up, opening at the chest, and then breathing out and lowering back down. And again, try to keep the shoulders relaxed, breathing in and breathing out. Wonderful. One more time. Breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. So one more thing to say is that if you need to go a different speed, that's absolutely fine. Your breath might be longer, your breath might be shorter, so you can do less repetitions, or you might perhaps even do more repetitions, but don't try to go really quickly. Just try to keep the movement slow. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to raise our arms to the side. So take a breath in, raising up only as far as is comfortable, and then breathing out and relaxing them back down. Let's do this one again. So breathing in and breathing out. Two more times. Breathing in, stretching a little bit, perhaps more, and then breathing out, lowering down. One more time if you're following this speed. Breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders. And then we're actually going to move our shoulders now. So what we're going to do is breathe in, bring the shoulders forward and then up. And then as you breathe out, go back and down. Let's do that again. Breathing in, forward and up. And then breathing out, back and down. And again, just repeating at your own speed. Remembering to breathe and coordinating it if you can. One more time. And then when you get back to your neutral position, let's see if you can reverse the movement. So breathing and going back and up, and then forward and down. And then repeating this one, breathing in and breathing out. Let's do that one more time as well. Breathing in and breathing out. And then just bring the shoulders back to a relaxed neutral position. So I'm going to show you another movement before you do it this time. So this one's going to be breathing in, raising the arms up, and then as you breathe out, see if you can bend the elbows, bring the hands down behind you towards the shoulders. Now there's different options for this one, so if you get to here and you want to bring them onto the head instead, that's fine. And then up, and then back down. If you weren't coming up so far with the arms, then come as far as you can, and just bend the elbows in some ways. The idea is that we're moving our elbow joints, and then back down. So let's all do that together. Take a breath in, raising the arms up, and then bend the elbows as you breathe out. Breathing in, stretching up, and then breathing out and lowering back down. Let's do that one 2 more times as well. So breathing in, whichever version you're doing, breathing out, bending elbows, breathing in, stretching up, and then breathing out, lowering down. One more time if you're with me on the speed, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and then breathing out. Relax the arms down, make sure the shoulders are relaxed at the end. Fantastic. Okay, good. So we're going to go on to our neck now. So you can just rest the hands somewhere comfortable and check that your head feels nice and tall. So you can imagine that you have a thread lifting up towards the ceiling, and this will help the back of the neck to be nice and long. So then take a breath in nice and tall, and as you breathe out, bring the chin down towards the chest. Breathe in and come back up again, and just repeat that. So go your own speed now. Feel the stretch in the back of the neck as you come forward with the chin. And then breathe in and come back up again. And do a couple more in your own time. Slowly and gradually finishing the one that you're on. And just coming back to a neutral position. Lovely. Okay, good. So we're going to move our head to the side. I'm going to show you this one before you do it. So again, you're going to breathe in first, nice and tall with the head. And as you breathe out, you look around, keeping the eyes level where you're going. Then breathe in and come back to the front. And then we'll just go the other way, keeping the eyes level again. Breathe in front. And then breathe out. So we're going to do that a few times each side. So check that your head is nice and tall and the neck's long. Breathe in, extending, lifting. And as you breathe out, just look to one side. Choose which way you want to go. Breathe in and come back to the front again. And then breathe out, going the other way. Breathe in and come back to the front. And if you can, do 2 more times on each side, your own speed. Keep going with slow, gentle movements. And then when you're done, just bring yourself back to center, relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Brilliant. Okay, so now we're going to bring ourselves a little bit further forward on the chair so that you've got some space behind you. Make sure you don't come so far forward that you're going to tip forward off the chair. So you just want the heels of the hands behind you, as long as that feels comfortable. And we're going to do a back bend, so don't lean back really strongly. Just see if you can open from the chest. So take a breath in, opening from the chest, don't tip the head back, the head just follows, and then breathe out and just come back to neutral. Let's do that again, breathing in, and breathing out, and just doing that one more time. And breathing out again. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to do that again and then just add something in. So this time again, we're going to breathe in and open the chest and look up slightly. And then as you breathe out, we're going to curl in this time so that you curve your back. Don't tip the head too far forward. We're going to do that again. So breathing in, opening from the chest, looking up slightly. And then breathing out, curling in again. So basically you should feel like your spine is just moving, even if it's a small movement. Don't worry about that. Slow, gentle movements. And then just come back to a neutral position. Lovely. When you feel ready, just one at a time, bringing the arms forward and resting them on the lap again. Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to come down to our hips now. So Come even a tiny bit further forward on the chair, but just to the point where you can bring your legs a bit wider. So make sure they're in a comfortable position. See if you can have the hands on the thighs, and one at a time we're going to slide a hand down the leg. So as we did before, take a breath in, nice and tall, and as you breathe out, slide one hand down the leg. Keep the head up, don't bring it all the way down. And then breathe in and come back up again. And then just repeat that on the same side this time. Coming down, head staying in line with your spine, in line with the back. Come back up again. And let's do that a couple more times, sliding down. And this is the same as before. You just do as much as is comfortable for you. You may be going down less than I am. You may be even going down more time, further than I am. Do what's comfortable. Lovely. Bring yourself back up. And then we're going to go down the other leg. So once again, breathe in nice and tall, open chest first of all. And then breathe out and slide down the other leg. Breathing in and coming back up. And then again, we're going to repeat this one as well. Breathing out and coming down. Breathing in, coming up. And then 2 more times. As I say, if you don't feel able to coordinate the breath, that's fine. Just make sure you're not holding the breath. Breathe normally. 1 more time. And then bring yourself all the way back up. Lovely. Let's zigzag our feet back in together so that eventually they get back to center. No hurry. Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to come a little bit further back on our chair now. Get to the point where you could lift one leg up. In fact, what I'd like you to do is bring yourself so that your back is against the chair, and then you'll be supported as you do this one. So we're going to lift one leg up. If you need to shuffle a bit there, that's fine. Just be in a comfortable position and grab the leg in some way, so either around the knee or maybe under the thigh. And then we're going to just move that leg around, so basically you're moving your hip joint. Try if possible to keep the rest of the body still and the back still straight. So you may go side to side and you may go up and down. Check that you're still breathing smoothly. And you might even want to do a circle or two with the hips. Our hips move in all different directions. Great. When you feel ready, bring the leg back to center and then drop it back down. And then we're going to go on to the other side, so hands on the knee or under the thigh. Again, make sure you're in the right position. And then once again, moving that leg around, trying to keep the rest of the body still. Side to side, perhaps to start with. And then up and down, breathing smoothly. So if you're coordinating the breath, then you can basically breathe in as you come up and breathe out as you go down. And then you might want to do a circle, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in and breathing out, and then just bring the leg back to center again on the floor. Wonderful. Okay, good. So we're going to come back to our wrists. So if we bring both hands up, let's see your hands, and then we're going to make a fist. So once you've got a fist, just have the hands out in front of you in a relaxed position and start seeing if you can just move the hands. Just, if possible, keep the forearm still, just rotating from the wrist, getting into this joint gently. And then it doesn't matter if both wrists are going in the same direction or whether they're in fact a mirror image of each other, because whichever one you do, then we're going to go back in the other direction. Remind yourself to keep the forearm still, so that it's basically coming from the wrists. Lovely. And then bring the hands back to still again. And we're going to bring our hands out like a flashlight. So see if you can breathe in as you open the fingers out and the whole of the hands, and then breathe out and bring them back to fist again. And then just repeat that. Go at your own speed. Breathing in, breathing out, and a few more times. Great. And then when you finish, just relax your arms back down again and bring the fingers out. Lovely. Okay, good. So then just make sure that once again you're on the back of the chair so that you feel supported. We're going to lift the legs up. I'm going to guide you through this. So you're going to breathe in and lift one leg up from the knee, just rotating from the knee or bending from the knee, and then drop it back down again. Once again, breathing in, lifting the other one, and then breathing out, lowering down, and just go from side to side. See if you can notice where you feel this in the body, which muscles are involved. If you notice really carefully, you might notice that you have to really involve your thigh muscles for this one. Check you're still breathing smoothly. Great. Let's do one more time on each side. And then just relax the legs back down. Okay, so we're going to try and lift both lower legs at a time. If this feels too much for you, then just stick to one. Do what you can do easily. So see if you can breathe in, lift both legs or one at a time, and then breathe out and lower back down. And then just repeat that one. Notice how it feels in the thigh muscles. And you might even notice that this comes a little bit into the stomach muscles. So we're exercising our core muscles, the center of our body, very important to help us keep moving, explore different movements. Let's do a couple more of these. Great, and then we're going to do one and hold. So once again, if this feels too much to hold, you can obviously just rest, or you can go up and down. So this is a really good opportunity to check that you're still breathing smoothly. Because even though it might feel strong in the thigh muscles, it's a chance when you're not really doing any movements just to focus on your breath. You can close your eyes if you want to. And just notice what's happening. But then you can drop your legs back down anytime that you want to. So let's all do that now. And open your eyes. Brilliant. Okay, so we've come down to our ankles. Let's lift one foot up and do some gentle rotations in one direction. And as before, just check that your lower leg is still. So you really want it to come into the ankle as much as possible. When you've gone in one direction, just go back in the other direction. And then just relax that foot back down and going on to the other side. One direction first of all. You might find it really different on each side. When you feel ready, just go back in the other direction. I know my ankle in this direction is a bit harder, but we're all different in that way. Lovely. When you feel ready, just relax that foot back down again. Now we're going to do a couple of things, different things on each side of the body. So this can be a bit of a challenge to start with sometimes, but don't worry, it all comes with practice. So with one heel, one foot, we're going to basically place the heel down on the floor, and then with the other foot we're going to place the toes down on the floor, and that's just our starting position. From there we're just going to see if we can swap from heels to toes on each side, and just see if you can keep going. You can go at your own speed, and if you find that you get confused or you're not sure where you are with it, just stop and again put one heel down, and on the other foot put just the toes down, and just start over again. See if you can just keep going a little bit longer with this one. And then just relax the feet back down. Fantastic. Okay, so one more thing, doing different things on each side. We're going to start off raising our knees and then add the arms in. So we're going to take a breath in, raise one knee, and then breathe out, lower back down. And then we're going to go on to the other side. And then let's do that again, just the knees initially. See if you can breathe in as you go up, and then breathe out. And then you're going to lift the knee and lift the opposite arm. Shuffle if you need to in the chair, and then breathe out and lower them both back down, and then go on to the other side. And again, this might feel like you're marching down the road a little bit, walking down the street, walking along, swinging your arms. Nice and controlled and slow though. Great. So remember, you can always stop when you need to, relax. If this feels too strong now, then just relax down. But if you want to do a few more, then just keep going a little bit longer. Make sure your back is staying nice and straight. And then just finishing with this side, and then breathing out and relaxing all the way back down. Excellent. Okay, so what we're going to do now is a side bend. So see if you can just come to the side of the chair slightly so that you can get the heel of the hand on the side of the chair so that it will support you. So you have two options with the side bend, and I'm going to show you the first one. So you raise the opposite arm up, and then you come to the side so that you're really stretching the side of the body like that with the arm over, and then come back up and then relax the arm back down. If you know this is going to be too much for your arm and your shoulder, then instead you don't have to raise the arm. So you would do this. So you breathe in, and as you breathe out, you just go over to the side, and in the same way you're still stretching this side, and then come back up again, and then you repeat that over to the side. So let's all do it together in the way that works best for you. So take a breath in, raising the arm up if you're doing that one, and then breathing out and going over to the side. Breathing in, bring the arm to vertical if you're using the arm, and then we're going to repeat over to the side. Keep looking straight ahead with the face. Let's do one more of these. When you get back up, then just relax the arm all the way back down. Fantastic. Let's do the other side. So swapping over. Make sure you can get the heel of the hand on the chair. And then once again, if you're doing the arm, then breathe in, raising up. And as you breathe out, going over to the side. Keep looking straight ahead. Breathe in, come up to straight again. And then two more times. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathe in and stretching up, and then breathe out and just relax the arm all the way back down again. Great. Bring the chair back into the center again. And then we're just going to finish with one or two more exercises. So as we did earlier, see if you can come a little bit further forward on the chair. And then we're going to have one foot forward with a bend in the knee, and the other foot coming slightly further back so that the foot comes under the chair. Now then we're going to place the leg that's back, we're going to place that elbow onto the knee. Okay, good. So get that position. So the foot that's back, you've got the elbow on the knee. And then we're going to breathe in and raise the opposite arm. See if you can do a twist. And then breathe out and lower back down again. If this is too much for the arm, then instead just twist like this, opening from the belly and looking behind you. And then breathe out and come back again. Great, let's do that again. Whichever one you're doing, breathing in, opening for a twist. And then breathing out and coming forward again. And we're going to do that one more time. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Great. When you get the elbow back to the knee, then bring yourself back upright again, nice and open, and then swap feet. Once again, the foot that's back, bring the elbow onto the knee. And this time, again, you have the choice of just opening like this or bringing the arm up. So whichever one you're doing, take a breath in, come into the twist. Breathing out and coming back again. Let's do that one 2 more times as well. Breathing in. So we're squeezing all of our internal organs with a twist, coming back. And then one more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Lovely. Bring the elbows back to the knees. And then either just sit straight up or you can push yourself back up using the hands. Bring yourself comfortably back onto the chair. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to finish with a relaxation. Just a short one. So check that you're in a comfortable position on the chair. Your back is nice and upright, your shoulders are relaxed, and the chest is nice and open. And then as long as you feel comfortable too, do just close the eyes. And I'm going to talk you through bringing the mind to different parts of the body at a time. So when I mention them, just bring the mind there and check that you're really relaxed in these places. So see if you can bring the mind to the top of the head. And we're going to make our way down over the face to the eyes, nice and soft, around the eye sockets. And then down to the mouth area and the jaw. The whole of the face. And then the whole of the back of the head. Bring yourself and your mind to the back of the neck, relaxing the muscles here. And the front of the neck. And then just come to the tops of the shoulders, softening, coming down through the arms. Come down to the wrists and the hands, all the way through to the fingertips. And then in the mind, come back to the top of the torso, collarbone area, and the top of the back. Relax down through the chest and the lower part of the body. Relax the hip area. And just noticing now all the places where your body's touching the chair. Backs of the thighs. And coming down the legs to the knees. The lower legs. And the ankles. See if you can notice your feet on the floor or maybe on the block. And then bring yourself and your mind all the way through to the the tip of the toes, And then just check that your whole body feels relaxed and soft. See how your mind is doing right now. Does it feel calm and relaxed and still? And we'll just finish with a few quiet moments. See if you can just again notice your breathing as we did at the beginning. So you might notice that your abdomen is rising and falling. Or you might just notice the breath in the nostrils or the chest area. Keep focusing on the breath for a few more moments. And then to bring you out of this short time, this short quiet time, I'm going to ring a bell. So just listen and wait for that. So as you hear the bell, just noticing now all the places where the body's touching the chair and the floor. When you feel ready, just opening your eyes. So well done everybody. I hope you enjoyed the yoga class, the chair yoga. do join me again, and I'm wishing you a fantastic day. And just to say at the end, Namaste, which is a word that they use in India and in yoga, and sometimes it's explained as the goodness in me sees the goodness in all of you. So namaste, and thank you very much, and well done, everybody.